Hi, my name is Mara Cole. I'm an Italian-American artist and I've been here for a residency at the Fish Factory on the month of May 2017. I've been working with textile on a wearable installation. In this last year, I've been working on this design. It's a jewel, a nose jewel. It has obviously sexual reference, and I've been doing this design as an homage to the Italian Baroque and my Italian provenance, because it's also something that can have a reference to the Venetian masks. And this piece led to a series of other work that I've done with wearable art. And so when I came to Iceland, I was really impressed by those folkloristic hats that women used to wear. And I kind of realized that this shape is kind of the same shape of my jewel nose. And then I started thinking about how many other people have been working on this wearable art with sexual references. And I found these references from the Bauhaus movement, the Dada movement in Germany, and I saw there were a lot of references on this kind of phallic shape with two spheres on the side, just like my nose. And taking these references, I began to work on my sketches for a headpiece. So this hat turned into a more sexually, playfully shaped hat with two spheres on the side and a little sphere on the top. And when I was happy with the sketches, I started working on the actual wearable. Actually, the first hint about the work I was going to do happened when I was in Los Angeles and I went to the currency exchange and I changed my money from US dollars to kronas, Icelandic kronas, and they gave me this. And this is a 5,000 kronas. And I was immediately captivated by the image on this beautiful banknote because again, it's one of those folkloristic hats worn by this very happy, chubby, smiling woman, and I felt immediately connected with this word. In the back, actually, there is more, and I was so hooked by this amazing creative craft around the women clothing. And so when I arrived here, I asked Rosa, and she works with textile too, and she found this book, which is actually a book that has a lot of images about the clothing, traditional clothing and headpieces worn by women in Iceland. And so I found this image being amazing, beautiful. It's a painting, and I saw that the colors were really, really rich and simple at the same time, and the shapes are really simple too, and it kind of reminds a clown. And I realized that's the style that I've always been doing, because my nose is actually a Venetian mask, so it has references to the masquerade, and my wearable art is very connected to the circus style. So I realized that this connection was going very deep. And this is another piece that is really interesting. And this one in particular grabbed my imagination because it's really a phallic shape. It is so circus style at the same time. And so I was immediately fantasizing about all these kind of hats that I could do. And that's what I did. So the first step to create a headpiece is this. This is sort of like a cap that you put on your head. It's made with this material which is kind of strong but at the same time flexible, and you can create your shape. And then you can go up and build the other part, like I did in this case. I created like a cylinder shape, and in the last part I put a smaller one, just looking forward. And to create the balls, that's the most funny part, because you had to get some stuffing, and then you go like this and you make a sphere, and then you pinch it with this felt, very sharp felt needles, which are actually very dangerous because the biggest one is kind of long and I keep stabbing myself. But anyways, that was really fun. And after creating the shapes, I actually covered the piece with an elastic textile. This allowed me to create this part that goes on the forehead. And so the fact that it's elastic, it really allows the piece to adhere to the shape of the forehead. And I decided to go simple with the colors just to respect the image that I found about the Bauhaus. And so I stayed with the black and white in this piece, and it's completely hand-stitched. So as you can see, I had a sewing machine, but I decided not to use it because I approach my wearable like a sculpture. So it's a wearable sculpture, it's not a product. So I don't want to use a sewing machine because otherwise it would become like a product. But this is all handmade. And I like this glossy silk as a contrast with the roughness of the black one. And as you can see, I left the stitches visible because I wanted to give the idea of ancient craft. So all my work at this point is connected with the burden of the crafts that are related to the womanhood in my country especially. So the jewel, Venetian mask, sewing, they're all ancient crafts that in my country we've been doing for centuries. And I really feel rooted doing this. The spheres are kind of funny. I utilized the pattern of hand-stitched Christmas balls, which allow to have nice decoration without having to go crazy cutting the round shape, which I totally cannot do. It's insane. So this was very simple at the same time, really fun. And here you can see, as I realized the shape was very hieratic, sort of like a Pope hat. Again, my Italian provenance keep coming in for some reason. I'm not religious, but it kind of looked like a religious shape, and I decided to create the neck like a priest. So I made this stable design for the neck. And you can see here another of my noses. And this is the second piece. The second piece refers to the picture I showed before with a long phallic cylinder. In this case, I only created a cylinder, and I attached a sphere, stuffed sphere at the end. So, as you can see, that side is the same as this sphere. So you can see I used a similar one, a little bit smaller. And the sphere I made with the same technique of the Christmas balls. And I used a little bit of pink just to give 3 colors in this case instead of 2. And go a little bit more like girlish in the playfulness of this piece. And that's it. I really like also the way the piece looks from the back, because it's more sculptural. When you see the piece from the back, it looks like a sculpture, because it's self-standing.
Yeah.
So I want to continue this kind of idea of wearable that is also a self-standing sculpture. And I'm very happy with the design and with this artistic residency. And I really love the crew and the people here in Iceland. So I'm gonna fly back to LA very grateful for this experience.